Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Drew, how you feeling today?
I feel good, brother. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good as well. We're in San Francisco, so we're in different cities again, but I'm excited for this topic. We have a lot to cover, a lot to go into, and I don't think people are ready yet. What are we covering, Andrew?
You're ready? When are you coming back to the studio? That's probably what everybody's wondering.
I will be back in tomorrow night. I'll be back.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
I have to tell you, I made this incredible fresh tea. I ordered it from my favorite tea shop in Indiana, and it's amazing. And I feel a little bit guilty because I'm just sitting here drinking cups of tea, and I knew you would love this, but you know, your cup over there is empty, man.
I got my tea over here. Well, happy Tuesday, Andrew, and happy Tuesday to all of you. What's up, Jerry? What's up, Bill in the house? Elizabeth, Les, what's up, Marlon? Oh, guys, it is so good to see you guys, and I'm so glad that we're here. Today's topic is all about offer creation. We're going over something that me and Andrew have built for you guys, and something that has actually helped a lot of our students make a lot of money, some hundreds of thousands of dollars, some millions of dollars. It's made us a couple millions of dollars over the past 2 years. And I'm excited to really break that down, break down the psychology behind it, break down the framework, and really go step by step in how you guys can utilize this in your business. Whether you are a coach, whether you're a consultant, whether you're running an agency business, whatever business really that you're in, this is going to give you so much more in your bottom line. This is going to give you so much more clarity, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. This is Andrew's favorite topic and my second favorite topic, so you're getting a lot of good energy from this one.
And something you guys are going to know by the end of today is how to monetize, how to make money on some of the skills and services and things you provide. And in knowing how to do that, it will transform your life. And I want to mention how it happens. For me, I had a very scarcity mentality years ago. So I used to think like if I accepted money from someone, I was somehow taking money out of the flow. In reality, once I understood the velocity of money, if I owe Leo money and Leo owes somebody else money, I pay Leo, Leo pays them, the flow of money continues. So the world is not any more or less rich because the velocity of money is flowing through us. And I'll explain that deeper in coming days and as we hang out together. I share that though because we get paid in direct accordance to the value we add to the marketplace. And I didn't like hearing that when I was broke because I'm like, no, I add more value than this. But the reality is the marketplace dictates how we get paid. And so if we can provide services, value, and information or opportunity or value in whatever capacity that is, in a way that the market says, hey, I like what you're providing. I want to pay you 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. If the market dictates that they want to pay you for what you're offering, now the whole world opens up. The velocity of money continues to flow. You step from outside of that money ring in that land of never enough, and we step into the land of more than enough. And we talk a lot about the kingdom principles and the abundance mindset, but we'll dig in deeper. But Leo, what are you most excited about sharing today?
We're going over 2 parts, and I'll show those parts here so you guys can really follow along. But it is part 1 is just the divine design framework. It's this Japanese philosophy of Ikigai, and we mix that with, of course, God's gift for us. Each and every single one of you guys have something you are so incredible at, and you should be serving others in. Whether you have been given a story in your vitality, something had happened to you and now you train other people on that. Maybe you are incredible at sales and you want to teach other people that. Whatever that thing is for you, there's something that God has given you to create. And with part 1, we're going to show you how to leverage that so you can build a business out of it, so that you can expand your business from it and you can get paid very well for the value that you bring. And part number 2 is probably Andrew's favorite and most excited part, which is the Truka CORE Offer Formula. Now, this formula goes over the 4 primary aspects of building your offer and how you can start walking away with understanding the value you bring, how much to charge, the roadmap and what makes you special, and how to really make it so easy for people to come and buy your product, come and buy your service, and start making a lot more impact. So let's talk about this, Andrew. Frame it up really well for us to get us to know what we're going to walk away with, what this did for you, and what this does for a lot of our students, a lot of our friends and people in this industry.
Yes. So I think it will be helpful for everyone to understand when I started offering to accept money in return for the value that I offered to the marketplace. It was a tough thing for me to accept in the beginning. What I mean by that is every one of you on this live stream today watching add value to the world around you, whether that value is the food you cook for your family, or whether it's the value that you go to the meetup and connect someone with a lender, or you connected someone with an opportunity of someone who maybe is looking to buy their services. You help someone lose weight. You help someone know how to make money online. Whatever the thing is, you help somebody along the path. You added value to the marketplace. So once I understood that, I said, okay, I could charge for this. And I started charging a little bit of money, not nearly enough. And then I got really stressed because I was accepting a little bit of money and I thought I needed to provide more value. And now my time got low. So a mentor came to me one day and said, you got to charge more. So I upped the prices. And so I'd offered more value for more money. People were succeeding, but I was still stressed. And then type it in the chat. I realized I needed to do it in a sustainable way. Type in the chat, sustainable. And I said, okay, how do we do this in a way that's fun? And not just fun, but sustainable. A way that every day, Leo and I get up and get to have a chat or have a war room or have a meeting or have a talk about business and life. And we're going, oh my gosh, like how blessed are we to be where we are, to help people, to be surrounded by awesome people. And it's all because of our offers. So for all of you, you add value to the marketplace. You're going to leave with clarity of how to create an offer, how to sell that offer, and how to build it in a sustainable way that is fun for you to deliver.
So let's dive into part one, guys, of the divine design framework, because a lot of people just think about what do I sell? What is something I could sell to start making money, rather than what is my gift that I can give out to the world? What is my gift that I can put out there to create more value, to create more impact, to help more people, so that I, of course, can in turn make more money for me and my family, so I can continue to give that service out. Guys, when you discover what that is for you, your life changes, your business changes, and everything around you starts to shift. So if we look a little bit closer to part one, everyone type in the chat Ikigai. That is Ikigai. This is a Japanese philosophy that breaks down what you love, what you're good at, which is your skills, your high income skills, your superpowers, your strong suits, mixed with what you could be paid for. For example, do people come to you and asking you for advice? Do people ask for consulting from you? What can you be paid for? And then the last piece is what the world needs. And this is essentially looking at impact, right? How can you serve people? How can you give more value to the world? If you help people lose weight, that is a huge value out there, because that person becomes more confident. That person becomes a better person, which leads their family more. So the divine design framework starts with Ikigai first, and then it jumps into a couple questions. But Andrew, what are your thoughts on here, where people are saying, Leo, I get it, this is really cool, but how? How do I discover this? What questions do I ask myself?
So the first thing I ask is, who do I serve and what's my superpower? What's the exact problem that I'm solving for people? As you're stepping into understanding this formula, you're asking, who is it that I am helping? And we'll get into this a lot deeper. But when you start to ask yourself who I'm serving, because so many people, this includes me, Leo, when I met you and we started connecting and helping people, I was like, I just want to help people. I just want to help people. And so I'm sure some of you guys on here can relate to, like, I just want to help people, but help them what? And so once I was able to understand, who do I serve and how do I make their life better? What is their major problem that I'm solving? Well, gosh, I help entrepreneurs who are feeling stuck make more money. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere at least. We can add a lot more clarity, which we're going to do throughout this lesson today. I help real estate investors grow a portfolio. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I help people who are like me, that used to be overweight, get more healthy, which I don't sell health products, but if I did. So what am I helping people do? So if we can gain that clarity, now everything about our offer becomes easier.
100%. So I want to go into the core formula, because this is a very engaging, this is a very workshop style live that me and Andrew are doing. But I want to drop 4 questions here for you guys to reflect on, right? When we do our challenges, what's going to happen is that you're going to get a lot of time with us to be able to reflect on this. But I want you guys to screenshot this, to have these 4 questions for yourself, because it allows you to sit back and say, okay, what are the things that I could do? Who can I serve? What is the highest level of servitude I can get to? For example, let's ask this question alone. What do I love doing so much that I do it for free? We start here and we start to get a list of things that we love, right? I know for myself, I love to teach. I love to be around great people. I love to travel. I love to help people become better in their mentality. Those are things that I love so much that I would do for free. Now, the next questions that you ask is, what do people already come to me for help with? I remember Andrew would tell me stories about him having people go up to him many years ago asking him to help with deals, asking him to help structure deals, asking him to make those calls. And how do I make those calls? Years later, Andrew, now every single day you're helping people close deals. Talk about that scenario. Talk about that journey with me.
So many of you, I think there's a Bible verse. It says, "Write down the vision and make it plain." And then there's another Bible verse, and it says, "Your gift will make room for you." In other words, people came to me and said, "Oh my gosh, you've done, in this case, hundreds and hundreds of deals. You have done all types of deals, and I really want to figure out how you've done it so I can do 10 deals this year, 20 real estate deals this year." And so as my gift was making room for me in those early stages, what that meant was I was taking a superpower I had, something I loved doing, helping close deals, and people come to me and kept asking me questions around it. I said, "Okay, I guess there's something here. Let me help people do this." You guys already experienced that. You have people come to you, whether you're known as a private money lender, whether you're known as a personal trainer, whether you're known as a connector, a speaker, all of these various gifts that you have, people are already coming to you. People are already asking you for advice. Now, I know the first thing some people think is, my gosh, what people come to me for all the time, I couldn't be paid for. And my answer is, you might be surprised.
Absolutely. This is what Andrew helped me break through when I first changed and improved the financial trajectory of my life. Because what I knew how to do was work out, and I knew how to do social media. And I had gotten lucky with my social media at a certain point. I was posting a lot, maybe every couple of days, and then one of my videos popped off and hit 1 million views. And 30 days later, I went from 37 followers to 1.1 million followers. So I got really lucky there. And of course, I had a bit of a skill of how to make videos, of how to speak, how to find good videos and mirror them. And I came to Andrew. I said, okay, these are my only skill sets. What am I supposed to do? Because I was jumping into real estate. I was doing wholesale real estate, making calls, doing cold calls just about every single day, finding no avenue of actually getting the financial freedom I wanted. And Andrew told me, he said, Leo, could you do this for other people? Could you at least learn to figure out how to do it for other people? And I said, maybe. I think I could figure it out. So that month, Andrew told me, find 5 people that might want to blow up on social media and it might help them with their business. I found 5 people. I charged them all a variation of prices based on the services I was going to do for them because I was just figuring it out. But that first month, or that month that I did that, was the first month I made more money in my entire life. I made $30,000 that month offering my service that before I didn't know that I could make a single dollar off of. So that story is to give you guys the confidence that you have a talent that people are willing to come to you for, to learn. And the process that Andrew is about to go over is going to help you realize and understand that with the CORE offer formula.
Now, the bigger the problem we solve, the more that we can get paid. And I want to address this one last thing before we hop into the core formula. And that is that the bigger the problem we solve, the more we can get paid. If we solve rich people's problems, we can get rich people pay, right? And so think about, as you're doing this thing, because the imposter syndrome comes up. I've helped so many people start making money and they immediately get out imposter syndrome. It's like, well, I just have done this or I just have done that. And we, in our minds, a lot of times really tend to put a lower value on the things we've done. So be real with yourself. What you may be doing may be an incredible gift, but this is the key part that saves us from imposter syndrome is be real. Just say the truth. And this was a big one for me. When someone come to me and after I'd done a couple hundred deals and they're trying to ask me to help them do deals and I didn't feel worthy of helping someone, like I was dealing with all this insecurity and crap that was going on between my ears before Leo and I connected many years ago. And I finally just said, here's what I've done. If you want to have me to help you, I'll do my best. I was just transparent. And so had have I made some big fake story about all the things I'd accomplished, then the imposter syndrome would have been very real, because I would have thought I have to have this front to keep up. But I was just transparent. Look, if you want to get to 20,000 multifamily units, I'm not your guy. I haven't done that yet. But if you want to get your first few dozen or few hundred properties, cool. I've done that. If you want to have a education company making 200 million a year, I've not done that. But if you want to launch a service that helps people, and in addition to helping them make more money, you also get paid, then here we are. And so think of it in that way. Just be transparent. But part one of the core offer, are we ready to jump into that, Leo?
We are, as soon as we give this to everybody, which is once you understand what this Ikigai is, once you understand what your God-given talents are, and a lot of you are going to go through and realize a lot of great things. Perfect. I then want you to just ask yourself, how do I turn this into a clear service that creates massive results? And this is going to set us up exactly for the core formula, because me and Andrew made sure that, yes, you can save the next 3 years of trying to go through that clarity bubble of what do I do? And instead, we've spent the past 3 years gaining massive clarity over and over and over again every single day to be able to package it up and get massive clarity so much sooner. So this is, type in the chat, core. This is the Truka CORE Offer Formula. This, again, is me and Andrew's past, I would say, 4 years of every day asking ourselves the question of what do we do best? Andrew, what is your God-given talent? Leo, what is your God-given talent? What can you guys do to serve people? Andrew, you've done over 500 deals. Leo, you've gotten over 1 billion views. You've done these things and you help people across these different angles. How do we really create something sustainable that helps so many more people? So we created this formula that has given us the ability to help so many people and continually every single day with Truka help so many people every day. And that's what we want to help you do. So, Andrew, you want to jump into C, into number 1, which is clarity?
Yes, type it in the chat, clarity. Now, if you're brand new or you are doing some sort of business transaction, think about it this way. My first coaching offer, my first service-based offer was in 2017, and I'm going to tell you how it came about. I had probably 25 people come to me and ask me, how can you help me do a little bit of what you've done? And I kept saying, no, I don't teach it. No, I don't do it. Finally, after a couple dozen people asked me, I'm like, sure, I'll try to help you. They said, well, what do you charge? And I said, I don't. I don't have anything. I'll come up with a number. I said, how about 5,000? And they said, well, that's very fair, but why not 3, or why not more? And I said, frankly, because I don't have the confidence to ask you for 7,500. And they laughed and I laughed and they wired me $5,000. And that was my first offer in 2017. So I share that because now, we've got a system and we got clarity and we've got these things, but don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can literally just be offering value. So number 1 is clarity. If people keep asking you to help them with something, then maybe that's the problem you solve. So how we get clarity is, number 1, asking, what specific problem do I solve? So an example of that is not saying I help people grow, but rather saying I help burnt out solopreneurs create a systemized business that runs without them. See the difference between those two things? What's some more questions that we should be asking?
So when you get to understand what you do for people at the highest level and how you can guide them, whether you are a fitness coach, whether you're a sales coach, whether you're a spiritual coach, whatever it is you do. Maybe you do media buying for people, help them buy ads. Maybe you help someone write a book. Maybe you help someone dress better. Whatever it is that you do, if you ask yourself, if your client fully implements what you teach, like if they're the best student and they just say, okay, everything you say, I'm going to do. What is the best absolute possible results that they can get? This type of clarity is what helped me so much and Andrew so much discover what we do at the highest level for our students. We started to discover the mental breakthroughs, the relationship breakthroughs that people would go through, the spiritual breakthroughs. And we studied that over and over and over again and found students, this is 4 years of data, found students who just did everything we said, and now they've built such a huge business. They've built such great relationships. And we still study it to this day because all of our students, they continue working with us year after year after year. And that's what I want you guys to be able to have, is that you get them to such a strong result that they don't stop working with you.
I forgot to tell you about this, Leo, but the other day I got a call from one of our incredible mastermind members, and they said to me, they've been apart for just over a year, and they said to me, well, I've only done 5 real estate deals since being a part of your world. He said, I just want you to know I would have never had the confidence to jump into 3 additional businesses that I've now partnered with and run thanks to you and Leo. I forgot to tell you about that, but I should tell you more detail when we're offline. But I think of that because you ask yourself, if the person that I'm teaching, in this case, if this guy that I'm teaching gets the best possible result, what is that best outcome? Many of you are great at talking to people. You're great at connecting because many times your gift was born out of turmoil. Somebody on here, maybe you had really bad credit at some point and you had to figure out how to fix your credit. And by learning how to do that, you now have very, very specialized knowledge of helping people fix credit. Oh my gosh, I should turn this into a business. A lot of people have credit they need help with fixing. And you go, I just pay down credit card balances and I just know this, and just, it's not just. What if you could help somebody get $1 million, $1 million loan because of what you know? So now the simplest things that we used to think were just normal because they're normal to us, because that's your gift. It's normal to you because that's your gift. It becomes a clear and measurable transformation for your client to receive. So it transforms you from a theory of generally helping people to a specific and actionable formula you can follow to begin delivering services and value to the marketplace.
A lot of this clarity is going to come, like Andrew said, from your past experience. Maybe you were someone that was working a W-2 and trying to run your business, and you were feeling like your vitality, your weight was increasing, and then you were tired of it. You were stressed out. You were burnt out. So you decided to go on a personal development journey to start losing weight. And then you did, and you started feeling incredible in every way, and you started making a lot of money. And maybe you say, okay, there's a lot of people that would come to learn that. There's actually in my journey a lot of people that would text and say, hey, how did you do that? I want to learn. And I'm saying this out of experience because I went through that same process. Not that exact one, but a very, very similar process where I started to learn how to do business. I started to learn how to create online businesses, and people would come to me and say, Leo, how are you doing this? I'm seeing what you're doing. And an example of clarity, we have it here. A bad example of clarity is I help people get healthier. I help people get healthier. This is what I do. It's very broad. You're put in the same bucket as millions and millions and millions of other coaches and trainers. However, the good one is I help busy professionals lose 20 pounds in 90 days without restrictive diets. Now that is something where it's a bit more niche, and we can go a little bit more than that because there's a lot of them out there. However, this is clarity. This is what gets you the ability to charge a strong amount. And as we continue with the rest of the core process, this is the foundation.
So number 2, part 2 of the core formula is outcome. Type it in the chat, outcome. Sell the destination, not the plane ticket. What is the exact transformation that your offer can provide for someone? And in drawing out their outcome, understanding this is person who maybe comes in feeling stuck or stressed or overwhelmed or unclear, and you help them get to a better place. What's that exact transformation? Like the examples you just saw. If you can ask yourself, rather than saying you'll get better at sales, some of you guys are really good at sales. Rather than saying you'll get better at sales, it would be you'll be able to close high ticket clients in under 30 minutes without pressure or bad sales tactics. So being able to utilize these types of clarity, this framework is going to transform your client's journey. What is their outcome? Everyone is listening to the radio station WIFM. What's in it for me? And if I can deliver them exactly what they are wanting, what's in it for them, now it becomes easy to sell. Sell the destination, not the plane. If I tell you, hey, I want 5 of you to come join us in Hawaii when we go in a few days, a few weeks, when we go to Hawaii. Leo and I do that a couple times a year, refresh and recharge. We want you to come with us. I wouldn't be telling you, it's going to be awesome. You're going to hop the plane. You're going to be getting on the seat. Hopefully, we can even get you a ticket of one of those comfort seats where you have a little bit more space. And, just think you'll be able to walk through the airports and drag your luggage, right? Who wants to go on that trip? And so we know that's part of the journey. It's not a bad part or a good part. It just is. But that's not the main point. The main point is we're going to be in Hawaii. We're going to be building cool stuff. We're going to be enjoying the beautiful ocean. And so understanding that when we get into the technicals, do we as business owners, do you as a business owner have to deal with boarding the plane and dragging the luggage to the airport? Of course, right? That's part of the journey. Do you have to deal with handling the clients and handling sales and building teams? Yes. But the journey, the outcome, the vacation, the life of freedom, the fact that we get to be blessed with incredible incomes and incredible reward for helping others reach their dreams, that's really where we want to go.
So what I want you guys to do is write down a specific time-bound transformation. And this will be super simple. In X days, you will Y. In X days, you will what? What will that person do and how long will it take for them? When I think about what Andrew just said, sell the vacation and not the plane ticket, you're not necessarily selling the idea of them having to work out 5 days a week and eat clean and track their macros, right? You're selling the body that they're going to have, the confidence that they'll have. Same thing with the sales process. If you're selling a high ticket sales training, you're not selling the days and days and days that they're going to have to go and make cold calls and do follow-ups and go over objections and continue study this. You're selling the fact that, hey, you're going to become an incredible high ticket closer in 30 days to be able to close $30,000 a month so that you can create a great life for you and your family. This is the idea of the outcome of understanding what it is that you do for people, because this is what people are going to come to you and pay you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 to be able to help you do, or for you to help them do, because of what we're about to cover in the roadmap. Andrew, let's talk about this for a moment, of the identity shift. Right? Because that's what a transformation is for them. You go from point A to point B, and this will really head us up for when we do a future sales training on this show. But what is that identity shift from old self A to new self B?
So this is a very cool perspective, Leo, and thanks for bringing this up, because this is vital. People appreciate authenticity. And you'll find as we're talking about selling and making an offer, and as we're talking about delivering value, people appreciate authenticity. Tell the good and the bad. If somebody says, we're going to Hawaii with you, do we get to fly private? I'm like, no, probably you're coming from Louisville. You're going to hop a commercial plane. Will it be perfect? No, can't say it will be. There's maybe a bit of a delay, a cancellation. Who knows? I can't control that. So I'm very honest. I'm very transparent about the journey. And I think that's very important. People appreciate people who are real. People appreciate people who have been through things. And so understand that your journey transformation is not something to be ashamed of. The difficulty is not something to try to hide. It's something to be transparent about. So yes, we're selling the vacation, not the plane ticket. And if you've been through some tough times or you've been through a pain point that has made you good at that thing, if you've maybe you're a real estate investor and you're buying houses and years ago you went through a foreclosure, then you can absolutely use that pain point, that lowest time in your life, to relate to someone you're helping. Maybe you was overweight and you're selling weight loss. You can use that time in your life to relate. And so being real, becoming someone who is no longer ashamed, and this is taking ownership and being grateful for who we are and where we come from. Because once we can no longer be ashamed of that thing and we can lean into it, that's where true transformation takes place. Because the old us was not successful, right? The old us maybe didn't know how to put deals together. The old us didn't know how to sell well. That's okay. That's the old us. That's in the past. And people understanding that you came from where they are worse and seeing your transformation, and it doesn't come from just taking action. That's a huge part of it. Series of small checks helps to give us a lot more confidence, but it also comes from our identity shifting because of the affirmations we say, or whatever. It's not even the affirmations, it's the belief, the limiting beliefs we let go of, and the power we step into, which for many people, that is affirmations. That is a morning routine. That is a body transformation. That is doing things that cause us to be more confident. But ultimately, what we're doing is we are future pacing who we want to be and owning that identity. And we're taking actions from where we are to where we want to be. And the actions between where we are and the identity we've now claimed are just filler to help get us there. Right? You're already the millionaire whose money has not yet been deposited in your bank account. So because you know you're destined to be a millionaire and destined to impact people for good, you're going to take the actions of what someone else who's a millionaire would also take. That identity shift, that shift from saying, gosh, I was overweight. When I was overweight, I went from saying I'm overweight or I'm struggling with my weight to saying I'm a fit person who temporarily has a few extra pounds. I got to get this taken care of. And so the moment we can step into that new power and that new identity, everything around us will change and make way for, in this case, our gift.
So simplified, A to B. What is the transformation that you do for people? How do you take them from A to B is what we're going to talk about next, which is really what gets people to come into your world and pay you, which is your unique selling proposition. Everyone type in the chat your USP. Now, what Andrew just covered was so important, and it was that identity shift. It was they go from overweight to not overweight. They go from unclear to clear. They go from being shy and timid and scared to sell to very confident in their high ticket closing. And within 30 days. That was the transformation. That was the time that it took. And your USP is your unique method of getting there. Your style, your story, what got you from overweight to fit? What was your style? That's what they're coming in for, not for you to just say, hey, I inspire you to go get fit. You're giving them your unique method. So Andrew, let's talk about the roadmap and why it's so vital to discover early and how to continue studying what it is that you do for people and what your unique method is.
I think it was Solomon said, there's nothing new under the sun. So if you're searching for a new way of doing things, it's probably already been done. There's probably another 1,000 people showing people how to do the thing you're doing. So understand that. So your unique selling proposition is you. Your unique selling proposition is the unique method you use to accomplish the result. And the least amount of effort with the most amount of result is always what people want, including us, right? If I can do 10 deals and make $1 million or do one deal and make $1 million, I want to probably do the one deal unless the 10 are way easier, right? So if we can get a certain amount of result, we want the least amount of action or time or focus to be able to get there. Now it comes into quality, understanding quality relationships, understanding quality time. So what's our unique selling proposition, or what's our unique method to get from A to Z? And the moment we can own that, and this was a tough one for me. I'm a country boy, preacher's kid raised in a town of 400 people. And growing up, I was sometimes almost ashamed of that. I'm just a country boy, just raised on a farm, right, with the pigs and the chickens and the goats and the cows. And so understanding those things and seeing people, maybe in the big city making a lot more money or doing the things, then that was a bit intimidating until I realized, wait a second, that's actually a very unique thing that I'm very grateful for. Doesn't make me better or worse than anybody, but I can relate to the fact that I learned hard work. And even though I didn't go to the gym when I was young, I was throwing bales of hay. That was my workout. And by the time I got into my 20s, I was carrying shingles up ladders. That was my workout. And so understanding that story, that reality, that ability to become that person, to own that, is very unique. So the more we can understand you, the more you can understand you, the more we can understand our process, the fact that we get people, a lot of people help people make money in business. We do too. Okay, what makes us different? We help people have a lot of fun making money in business. I went from stuck, overwhelmed, and stressed the heck out making a lot of money to loving my life making a lot of money. And I prefer the latter every single time.
So Andrew's point there is his story of going from a country boy to then buying a lot of real estate is part of his roadmap. And it is still on the real estate side how we teach people, right? How Andrew went from nothing to buying a lot of real estate, utilizing no money down strategies, utilizing creative finance. And it's about not being ashamed of your story and really asking yourself, what has got you to where you are now? Maybe you're an incredibly stressed individual who learned to meditate. You learn to trust God. You learn to do yoga, whatever it is that got you from stressed to not stressed. There is millions of people right now that are looking for that. Some of them go to drugs. Some of them go to yoga classes. Some of them go to other things. But you become a solution for them. But you do that by understanding your USP, going back to your journals, going back to your documentation of your life and realizing that, wow, I used to be such a stressed person. Now I'm not. Can I help more people do this? And if I help someone go from stressed to not stressed, how much better will it be for their family? How much would I have paid to be able to go from stressed, overwhelmed, burnt out to feeling on top of the world, right? Probably millions of dollars. For some people, maybe 10,000, maybe 20,000, right? They would probably pay so much to get the type of growth that you've had in your life. And same thing with you, Andrew, right? Going from broke country boy to buying 500 houses, you had to become confident. You had to become competent in real estate. You had to become this person that was able to do sales and do deals, right? In that time, you probably would have gave everything you had to be the person that was able to do that. So think about, guys, what is your USP? What is your 3 to 5 step process, or 9-step process, or 2-step process, or 20-step process that gets the person from A to B? Like this core formula we have here. This whole thing that we're doing, we're walking you guys through a 4-step process to build your offer, because me and Andrew went through 4 years of developing our offers. And probably a little bit more than that. Andrew, I know you've been doing this for almost 7 years now, and I've got 4 years under my belt. So what is that? What is that quick math? It's 11 years of experience to put into a 1-hour session is pretty awesome.
So as we continue to close, next, core values. What is the core offer roadmap? It is clarity, outcome, roadmap, And number 4 is ease to buy. Ease to buy.
So this is an interesting one because there's 3 levers within this one, but they're so important. This goes a lot more into making it so people feel stupid saying no to your offer. Because if you have such a good offer, if you know, for example, this is a great offer, right? To people who are not on this live show yet, we'll tell them, you can come onto this live show. It's free. And for an hour, we're training you how to create an irresistible offer that could make you anywhere from 10 to $10 million. I can't promise you $10 million because this exact thing has not made us $10 million yet, but it's done well over $3 million. So you can do that. You can get a framework that will help you make over $3 million for free. That is such a good offer where people would feel stupid to say no. They would feel stupid to miss this show because of how much value is in there. How can we craft that and create that for our paid offers, right? Imagine what you can get for 50,000, for 100,000 if this is what you get for free. That's what I want you to be thinking about when you're crafting offers and when you're creating new products. Andrew, let's go over these 3 levers before we close up.
The 3 levers of ease to buy. Make it an irresistible guarantee. Removing the risk. And I will tell you this, no risk, no goodie. So there's always going to be an element of risk, except what's your guarantee? What's the thing that if your client does X, they will get X? If we can understand what we can do to reverse the risk, to make the risk back on shared risk is what I'm looking for, shared risk. Now your offer can begin to deliver value in a whole new way. All right. The second lever, shorten the client's journey, the speed of results to get your person you're working with from point A to point Z. In other words, what would somebody pay if they knew that they could join your X, your world, and they could be a part of your world, and in a matter of 30 days, they'd make $1 million cash. Well, they'd probably pay a lot of money for that, right? So what's a more realistic outcome? What if you could help them make 5,000, 10,000? What if you could help them build 10,000 a month passive cash flow? What if you could help them feel better and gain energy? You know, I remember a health product that I started taking years ago before I started working out, and it gave me tremendous amounts of energy. Very healthy, by the way. And I started taking this.
What is that product, Andrew?
I started taking these vitamins and minerals and supplements, very, very healthy. And my energy began to come up. And then during that time is when you kicked my butt, Leo, and got me in the gym to start working out. And while the gym and all of that changed my life so much, I often question if I hadn't have been on those health products, would have I had the energy in the gym to push myself to work out? Or maybe I just had to have a lot more caffeine. So how do we shorten the path from where someone is to where they want to be?
That health product is coffee.
It's called Plexus, by the way. I still take it to this day.
So we will cover this a lot more in depth. This was a fun training that me and Andrew wanted to give to you guys, and we're going to do a lot more in future challenges that we do. But make sure that you go back to this one. Those of you who are service-based entrepreneurs, whether you are a trainer, whether you're a coach, whether you're a consultant, an agency owner, whatever it is that you do in the service realm, this is the framework that we personally use for all of our offers. But that's just the first step. There's a lot more that goes into it, like the sale, like the branding, like the product development, like the fulfillment. However, this is what the Truka Show is all about, is breaking down these sides of the business that we do on a day-to-day basis and allowing you guys to enter into that world to say, wow, I can do this. I can create this. I can take from the 11 years of experience here, really the almost 20 years of experience here, and dive in and start utilizing this for myself. So, any passing final words, Andrew, before we continue on our day?
Yes. So if you make it easy to buy, it'll be easy to sell. What I mean by that, whether you're selling real estate, whether you're selling services, whether you're selling plumbing jobs, electrical jobs, personal training, if you make it easy to buy, it'll be easy to sell. Too many times we get caught up in our mind of, and I say this for myself, I used to get caught up in my mind of watching the news, and people would say the economy's shifting. Well, this has changed and that's changed, and people just aren't buying this anymore, or that anymore. All of these excuses and limiting beliefs we come up with in our mind because we listen to people who don't have our best interest in mind. I guarantee you that CNN and ABC and Fox probably is not thinking, gosh, what can we do today that would really help people have an amazing, incredible, growth-oriented day? Now, I don't know what they're thinking. You can put your imagination to work. But I guarantee you it's not about you. It's not about us. And so if we can listen to people who have our best interest in mind and inspire people, if I help enough other people get what they want, I don't have to worry about what I want. That's a philosophy we live our life by. So now it becomes sales is serving. We talked about that the other day. And the more we can provide value, the more we can lean into frameworks that are proven by others, the easier and better our life can improve in a more rapid way.
Well said. Very, very well said. And Andrew, I just want to thank you for being that lead and guidance in this business and in offer creation, and showing people that path that they can use their God-given talents to create so much in their lives for their families and for other people. So guys, thank you so much. We will be back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 3 p.m. Eastern. And we have a really, really big topic for you guys. Let me just pull it up real quick so I have it, so I can make sure you guys are ready for it. Tomorrow's topic is going to be,
and he'll be coming back here to the studio after tomorrow's live. So Thursday, we're going to be hanging out here, and he'll be right over there again, or whichever side.
Yes. We're going over from self-built to God-built, walking in divine alignment. That's going to be fun, Andrew. I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions because I'm so brand new to it, but that has changed my life so much.
Thanks for sharing that, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys being here. I just want to say thank you for showing up every day as we are building out this flow and this framework for this show. We have so many incredible things ahead, and grateful for all of you. Grateful for you, Leo. Appreciate you, brother. See you soon.
Peace. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.